How many fingers on your hands? 10. How many toes on your feet? 10. Tens are all around us. So it's really important that we use the ways to make 10 and that we memorize those ways to make 10. That's something that we need to do as first graders and as second graders. So I thought today we could kind of do some ways to practice those skills. And I have some fun games for us to play. I have 3 different games, and each group is going to do a different game. Raise your hand if you're a WOW group for Math Center. WOW, you're going to be doing the first game, which is penny plate. Thumbs up if you remember how to play penny plate. Yes, we did that. 2, I need the smileys and the top bananas to raise their hands. Top bananas and smileys, you are going to be doing the second project today, and that is making 10 using dice. So that's fun. Thumbs up. Absolutely. And number 3, just the cool penguins, raise your hands. Great. Cool penguins, you are going to be doing a lesson as well, but I want to see how many you can come up with from your brain. Now, boys and girls, we're going to get started, but before we get started, I wanted to practice what the dice kids will be doing. So dice kids, raise your hands. That's those smileys. Yep, and the top bananas. We're going to roll a die. 1. So if you did 1 plus what would equal 10? What would it be, Katie? 9. 1 plus 9 equals 10. So all you actually have to do is roll 1 die, and then you have to come up with what number goes with it. So 1 plus 9 equals 10. And roll it again. Oh, we got 1 again. So we could also do 1 over here and put 9 plus 1 equals 10. And roll it again. 2. You would draw 2 dots. How many dots do you need to draw to make up? Parker? 8. So you're just going to draw the number 8. You're going to draw 2 dots, just like on the die, and then do an 8. Let's see what the next one would be. Raise your hand if you know. 5. Draw 5 dots. Then what would go in the second box? 5. The number 5. 5 plus 5 equals 10. You can use your number line or your number grid. I want you to come up with as many ways until Miss Hill says stop to come up with the number 10. Okay? Now, for our penny plate kids, for my WOW group, you are using a partner. Dice group, you are doing it all by yourself. WOW kids, you are doing it with a partner. You're taking a plate, just like we played in penny plate, and you're going to take out your 10 pennies from your money collection. Okay? Only one partner needs to get out their pennies. You're going to put your pennies on top and underneath. You're going to hide some pennies from your friends. So let's say I did hide my pennies, and on top of my plate were 4 pennies. How many would have to be underneath? Robert? If there were 10 pennies all together, how many pennies would have to be underneath my plate? 6. So you and your partner are going to have to guess how many pennies are under the plate. So here you will draw how many pennies were on top and how many pennies were underneath. So that's a fun one for you to do. You are working with a partner. Dice kids are on their own. And for my cool penguins, I want you to come up with as many from your memory as you can. Remember the patterns we've talked about to see how many ways you can make 10. Kids always ask, can we use the turnaround fact? Absolutely. So my interesting part for today is just like in Math Centers, we're each going to be doing a different activity. So Miss Hill's going to walk around to see how well we can work together. All right, you be my teacher. What are we supposed to do? Good. And how do we do that? First we... Good. And remember, you could draw the 1 dot there since that's the one you rolled. Very good job. Or you can write the numbers. That's your choice. Good. Great. So what number goes with 5 to make 10? You got it. Absolutely. Very good job. And don't forget, Robert, if you get stuck, you can always do your number grid. Wow. Fabulous job. You can check number 1 to 10. Okay? love that you chose a new one. I'm not going to start next to that one. That's pretty fancy. Oh, just adding columns, okay? Let's start next to this one. I think that's good. Open. Oh, I love that. Very creative. Very nice. No, you don't. You don't have to, but you can. That's your choice. They're coming up with all those ways to make pens. Wow. Very, very good job. Can you think of any other ways? Now that you're to 0, what if you did ones that weren't adding? Some bonus ones for me? Sure, I'd love that. Ways to make pens. Very good job. Yep, if you run out of space in the front, you can go to the back. Just show me what you know. And Rosemary, if you run out of facts to do, you can always show me some subtraction ones, since you're one of those the second graders, okay? Show me what you know. That's okay, let's practice them together. So let's say that there were 3 on top. Using all of our ways to make 7, ways to make 10, how many do you think would be under there? And how could we figure it out? How do you know that, Jeff? What could we use to help us?